Anna. My name is Brianna, and this is the Mom That Is on a podcast. We have a friend and tennis professional here. Is El Jefe, Sergio. Sergio has a unique journey. He's been in Spain for a while, but came from the USSR. So we're going to chat about We're going to chat about his journey to Spain, what it's like in his job, how he got here, and how things have changed for immigration. So, Sergio, thank you so much for being here. So excited to have this
Thank you.
conversation.
Thank you for this introduction. So, I saw your some other interview and probably mine. It will be a little bit different because my
Yes.
way starts from the country that doesn't exist, from
Yes.
the time which like a long time, probably before even when I was born.
Well,
I will
I was
tell you the
definitely
surprise.
born
Yes.
in 1992. I was alive.
But
So
no, it will be much early. You will see. Yes, yes.
So first of all, let's talk a little bit about where you're from in what is now Russia, which
Yeah.
formerly the Soviet Union. Tell us a little bit about where you're from.
Yeah. I think I start my story not with me, but with my grandfather. And we start with 1936.
36, okay. Taking me back.
1936. My grandfather, he was 13 years old. His name was Pedro Lopez Fernandez. So no more Spanish guy than my grandfather. Probably equal. Rodriguez, I don't know, Gonzalez, but Pedro Lopez Fernandez was my grandfather. He was 13 years old in that 1936. The civil war here in Spain and the Spanish government, so Republicanos, so they fight against Franco, and they send 3,000 kids to Soviet Union. So this is here in Spain. This is the very famous story because some think about the Spanish gold they sent to Soviet Union to save from Franco. But okay, but we are here not talking about that moment. But the war won Franco, and Stalin can send back that kids. 3,000 is not 30. It's 3,000 kids. They separated for all country, all Soviet Union at that time, and my grandfather, they sent him to Samarkand. Samarkand was the Republic of Soviet Union. Uzbekistan now is independent country, but at that time it was one of a republic because the politic of Soviet Union was like crazy mixed. All the people around country, you study here, but after you work there, and to that was at that time. My father, he was born in Samarkand, and me too. But I'm not Uzbek guy. Yes. This is Asia.
You were born in the USSR in what is now Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan, exactly.
Holy crap.
But
okay. Wow, things have changed.
When I was, when I was 1.5 years, my parents moved to Yalta. Yalta is Crimea. Now is like hot place, the war place with this Putin and this war. And that and there where I was like my time until 16 years old, and my parents decided to come to Spain. Now probably you understand why, because now we live in 1992. Big crisis in Soviet Union, Gorbachev, they separate with all republic, and many people wants to go out of the country. And of course, we have my grandfather. He was in that moment with us, and where we going? Go to Spain? Yeah, because we have people here. Yes, to make like legal documents and everything. It was the way to come here the right way. Probably the story how we move here, it will be for our next interview. It was off to next the book, because it's incredible. That time, Soviet Union and Europe, it was absolutely different, not systems. It was different planets because I go to school on Soviet Union. I wear the red tie. I say, so it's
Yeah. How was that adjustment coming from the Soviet Union and a very specific social programming
yeah, yeah.
into Spanish society with a very different cultural social programming?
I think when you're talking about social programming, I'm not sure if you mean about some programming. I didn't leave any program, So we came here. I think we was lucky because no Russian people here. So I was only one guy in Sevilla. We come to Sevilla, it's in south of Spain,
Mhm.
and no other guy from Soviet Union from Russia there. We was like elephants. Oh, they are Russian guy. Oh, but now you come here, you can hear Russian language anywhere. But in that
Yeah.
time, we was very other thing. The Spanish people, they're very nice. They are very kind, and they say, okay, yeah. And of course, when I told the story about my grandfather, the that Spanish way, so oh, okay, and they help us to probably to find a job. Or I am a tennis player. I was 16 years old at that
Mhm.
time, so I spoke Spanish a little bit, not zero, but a little bit. It helps me, and that way was for me absolutely exciting because with 16 years old I resolve documents problem, living problem about the
Mm.
job for my all my family. We was tennis players. We practice seriously like pro and tennis federations. That I have very 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 I at that moment.
So, were you able to transition to Spain easily because of your Spanish ancestry? Because your grandfather was Spanish? Was that an easier process for you?
First,
Like
we had
paperwork wise, like with all the visas, does that make it
yeah, yeah.
simpler?
It was simple because my grandfather he was with us in that moment. Yes, this is the
Mm,
first time.
gotcha.
Second very important thing is of course the language, and the third key point, we was very focused on some profession. We was tennis
Okay.
players. We was quite good tennis players. Even when I was 16 years old, we was very serious, and we practice and tennis federation. We was much serious and much professional than local guys there. And that moment you get more respect from the if you if
Yeah.
you if you come. I think it's in not only in Spain. I think in any country when you come to any other country and say, "Okay, look, I need money and I can walk anywhere. Your price is less." So
Yeah.
yes, I can find I can go to I don't know where, so clean the car, so
Mhm.
no, wait, we are from here. This is our knowledge. My knowledge is enough, or probably it's much better than yours. And immediately we had a good, like, with tennis. Yeah, we're talking about tennis, but I try to find like general approach. But if you have good profession, if you are expert on anywhere,
Mhm.
of course you
Yeah,
will find. I want to tell you one story about Spanish language. I think it's nice.
please.
I was in Malaga in one tournament. Talking with one guy. He was Spanish. I
Mhm.
remember him. He's businessman. His son was playing with us, more same age as, and he told me, Sergio. He told me in Spanish, but with very, very English accent, like say Sergio, like imagine Spanish guy,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
Spanish guy. He said, Sergio, for live good in Spain, you don't need to speak so good Spanish. I said, oh, what? Why? He said, no, and it's true. Yeah, no, it's true. Now I live here for 30 years, and of course my
Mm.
Spanish is much better than my English. I speak perfect Spanish, but sometimes when I on professional meeting, sometimes I say, how I can tell it in Spanish, So I try to put some, like, I'm from other culture, from other country, from other language. I don't know, So it's true because anywhere when you come from other side, from other planet, from other country, from other
Yeah.
language, you are not equal like the people, like local people on your around. You are or lower or higher.
Mm-hmm.
It depends of your knowledge, of your profession, of your status, of course, but never try. So this is my approach. This is my point of vision. It doesn't mean it must be like 100%. But I think you need to fix a difference between me. I'm from other country, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm a little bit next level. So I come here to share with you my culture, my point of vision. Of course, it's different only because you are not from here. Of course, it's different,
Mm-hmm.
and I put it. That's why on never had a goal to speak perfect Spanish. I tell you, I speak perfect Spanish. I write grammar. So I'm much better than my English. I tell you, but I try to sometimes, not with my friends. Sometimes I try to put me with this way a little bit on different position.
Mm. Well, your English is better than my Spanish, so let's just go with that. Tell me a
Keep
little bit
talking on
about
English.
right, exactly. One day, paso a paso, ¿verdad? Tell me a little bit about your childhood, though. Like, what did you like about growing up in what is now Russia? Like, what
Yeah.
was that like for you? What is now Uzbekistan?
Oh, yeah. So uh, we need. I'm happy because I had that history and many things. What's happened now? Look, I tell you something. Few weeks ago, we were talking with my daughter. I have two daughters. 18 and 16 years old. They are very young. They live in Spain. They was born in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
They don't speak Russian. They speak our family. We speak Spanish language. And I think, look, when I was young, when I was in that country, in the world was a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
Problems with Chile, Pinochet, and the Soviet Union, something like that. And then when I was young, I said, okay, look, all that people, my parents and that people, they doing very bad because the world is crazy. Yes, the crisis, the war everywhere, and
Mm.
South America, like US, big problem. And I said, when I will older, I will change the world. It will be good. It will be peace everywhere. No problem. And now what? What? I don't want war. Do you want war? Do you know
Who does?
anybody who want war? Of course not. But there is. So this is. I think this is the. So that I tell you, this is for me is big crisis because I say yes
Mm-hmm.
because I how I can change it. Okay, yes, Pedro Sanchez, Donald Trump. What? What's happened? But all of them,
So,
so in the world, it doesn't work like I want.
yeah,
You
it's
understand this
true.
is so that's why when I was in that country, I was very happy there because I think my parents does well their job because I had a focus. We moved here
Mm-hmm.
we don't move here to Spain immediately. So, okay, tomorrow we go to. Of course, we was preparing during
Yeah.
2 years. We was preparing during 2 years our trip. My father tried to make money. We sell the house. We go in on tennis because that was the main goal. And we go to learn Spanish. For example, my father didn't learn Spanish. No time. We need to make money to move. But I was focusing, and we had a project, very clear step-by-step project, and we did it. If you ask me, Sergio, do you what's happening about Soviet Union? I'm happy because I was there in the last moment. I mean, last few years when I have memory, yes, and I think I learned the lesson about communism, about social programs, about how
Mm-hmm.
they approach about the work. Everything is not mine. Everything is for state. And when we came here to Spain, we try to avoid that approach and go to country where we have different rules, where you can, if you work more, you can live a little bit with best quality. If you don't want to work, no problem, you can
Mm-hmm.
do it, but you can eat every day, of course, no problem, but with less quality, no problem. But in that country, it's not was possible. If you want to work more, you get the same like that guy who don't want
Mm,
to work more. So this is the difference with that
the mentalities, yeah.
understanding. I came here to Spain to try, and now I live here for 30 years with this approach.
I think it's interesting to kind of compare and contrast because one of my really good friends who lives in Florida now, she's from Romania. She grew up in communist Romania. And so she has a very specific view of her childhood being like very happy, like they didn't want for anything. She didn't, so her, like, as I growing up in the US have a very specific, we learn how, communism and socialism, blah, you need
Yeah,
to have a capitalistic society. That's better, in air quotes.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's interesting to hear the other side of things where, like in her opinion, she's like, I didn't see it as a bad thing because in her 8-year-old brain, it wasn't. And in my 8-year-old brain, capitalism is the best thing to do, like, and oh, I can't believe there was this war when I was a kid. So I think it's really interesting to highlight the nuances of culture and how we're socialized, through education, through this historical context. And I think just you highlighting how expansive, the USSR was and all of the countries that were formed afterwards. Like, you were born in what is now Uzbekistan. Like that
yeah.
country didn't exist. And
No,
it's
no, no. Yeah,
interesting to
yeah,
see that shift and how, without getting too political, but getting political, how politics has shaped our recent history in a very impactful, immense way, allowing people to have, a state of their own. Like, I guess they would be called like Uzbekistanis now. Like they have a place that's there. So it's a very interesting evolution that you
yeah,
literally lived through. And
yeah.
to come out on this side and be able to compare and contrast the pros and cons of these different, like, I don't know what a good word is for it, but these different ways of life
Yeah.
is
Uh,
pretty
the,
fascinating to me.
yeah. This is, I think, when you stay in any other place from where you are for a
Mm-hmm.
long time, more than 1 week, of course, you start, yes, you start to see every place from a little bit different point. What is, for example, yes, okay, I live here in Spain. I have Spanish nationality, but I'm not Spanish. So everything
Hmm.
what's happened here in Spain, I can see like from a little bit outside and say, okay, what's happened here? Okay, be careful. Or I don't like it. Yes, but never. Or probably I think it's very difficult to a local guy, like Spanish guy. He was born here. He enjoy like it's very difficult to that guy feel the same position from outside because he is from inside.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when we're talking about politics, if you are from this party, you
Oh,
never accept the other one because you are like, no, no, wait, I'm not from here, I'm not from there. Even
exactly.
when I come, I traveled a few times to Russia. Of course, I'm not Russian. They say, oh, this guy is Spanish. Wait, me Spanish? Yes,
Oh.
yeah, okay, of course, yes. So I'm not from there. I'm not from here. Bad position. No, I enjoy that position because wait, I try to make my best, not for you and not for you, for all of you. And
Mm-hmm.
now my experience from that country, from that lifestyle, probably can help. I don't know which way, probably only like theoric way or like with my memory. I'm not too old to write in my memories, but I have some experience to share it with you, with my daughter, with my friends, yes. And also I enjoy the best from here, but I can see and that don't produce me any hurt, something bad here. But if you are a local guy, you say, oh, this is something wrong. You say, oh, what are you saying? Because you feel colors. I don't feel colors. I'm not from here, So this is
Mm.
probably I feel good. I'm not sure if all immigrants can feel that. I know many people who stay here, but they never disconnect from his country, for his culture. Yes,
Yes.
I took that way to this connection, probably because I was very, very young, no
Mm-hmm.
internet at that time. That's why
Mm.
I wrote few letters to my friends. But of course, after second letter, I don't want to write anything, and we lost contact. I don't have any
Yeah.
contact with any. I work with people from that side, Ukraine, Russia, and everything for tennis, for business. Yes, but I don't have that connection. Probably. Of course, my mother, she's 74 years old. She is in contact with her friends and that. No, but this is my point. Okay.
I think that's fascinating, though, to take, because I agree with you. You have to let go a little bit to really embrace the new environment. And it might be easier as a child than
Yeah.
as an adult. I mean, you're a teenager, so you're pretty fully formed. I think that's a really important thing. If you're so tethered to home, because I mean, a lot of people don't want to leave their homeland, they're forced. And we can see that a
Mm.
lot in the United States, for instance, at this current moment. And some, or actually in Spain too, with all the refugees that have come through and the immigrants that they've just
Yeah.
allowed residency. Again, not to get political, but just making observations. But I think you're bringing up a really good point that it is imperative from your experiences that you're sharing. But I agree with you in this experience to be analytical about where you've come from and where you are. And I think that's a really good perspective to have because you can learn what's good, the pros and cons of both
You
sides of the
can, you
story.
can, you can, yeah, you can. I think you can take the best from the new place, and you can give the best from where you're coming. I think this is the way to make our world more rich, a different
Mm,
culture, different
mm-hmm.
approach. I in my life I had a few few points when I was absolutely sure I'm right, but after a second, it's not right. This is the wrong way because I accept that.
Amen. I totally feel that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably,
that's
probably,
right.
yeah. Probably, you told yeah when you came from US, the capitalism is the best. Wait,
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
is
yeah.
not the best. The
There's
communism is the best. Wait, is not the best. Can we
there's got to be a
find any?
hybrid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's
So
got to be a hybrid situation we can work with here. Come on. Like there's
I
got to
don't.
be a
I
fusion.
oh, wait. I don't know the.
Yeah. I don't know the way either. So your parents obviously had a very specific agenda and motivation to move to Spain. How do I want to phrase this? Because it just kind of came to me. Did they have to Was there any risk for your family to leave the USSR at that time?
Yes,
Okay.
I think a lot, a lot. The main risk is we came to absolutely. We didn't have here any place to come. So
Mm.
uh, we have here some family of my grandfather, but they was like first they was like disconnected with us. I say, and second, we didn't want to. We was 5 person there, my parents, and we are 3 brothers. They say, come on,
Aw.
we are your family from Soviet Union, we come to your home. So of course not. We had some money to come here, but the money is very interesting things because is today you have money, tomorrow you don't. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's not big news for you. Yes, and that's why when we came here, we sell our house there.
Mm-hmm.
We came with the car. Why with the car? Because to buy 5 airplane ticket, Moscow, Madrid, it was the same price like to buy like car. And we bought the
Wow.
car and we came here. All the family in the car. Yeah, I'm sorry, like gypsy. Everything in the car. We
Like
cross all
5
Europe.
people.
Yeah, yeah, because and I tell you probably the this is we can talk in another interview about how we cross the border, the visa, something like this.
Well, I
So
was
it's
just going to say, did you have some checkpoints? Like, were you stopped?
yeah,
This
because
fascinating.
because for cross the border from Soviet Union, even with legal visa, but everything is this long and not very happy story, so because
Mm-hmm.
it's like Soviet Union, where you go and okay,
So it's
don't.
very strict.
And when we came here, of course, we didn't want to disturb our family here in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
and we try to build our life from zero. With that, not a lot of money to have here for rent apartment, to leave all of us with 5, and 1 year later we were 7 because my grandparents came here too and find a job. When I came here I was 16, but my brother, he was 14, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
possible to work with this age even in that time, so it's not right. We try to do our future with tennis, try to find a job for my father, for my mother not. She never find a job here, but okay, we to do everything from zero.
Mm.
It means if you don't have enough energy, money,
Mm.
health, time to stay here, you don't have nothing to come back. So
Yeah.
after 3 years, we come. Oh, hello! Now we came back here. This is the not Soviet Union; it's Russia. Different rules and different everything. So it's not was possible. That's why we have only one way forward.
It was such a different world too. Like there was one, it was either
Yeah,
live or
yeah,
don't, you had to do it or there was no other
yeah.
option really.
Really, probably that approach. It was, yes. Of course, you can call it now crazy approach. But when you have only one way to do, it's not crazy. It's not crazy because,
Yeah.
for example, now my situation. I'm tennis coach, but I'm doing a new project with tennis online, virtual tennis program. I don't have other way because I'm alone. I have like team, yes, of course, but I'm
No.
alone. I go that way straight. What's happened when you don't know, and me don't know if it's the right way or this is the wrong way. But I'm
Yeah.
going there. I'm going
Yeah.
there. I spend my
Absolutely.
time. I'm going there. I spend my money, my time. I do video. I do promotion, and I try to do that way. After 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, we say, yes, this is the wrong way. Wait, this is the not wrong way. This was a way because we
Yeah.
arrived to anywhere and now we are on that way. That's why I think I never say this is the wrong decision or right decision. This is a decision
I
because
love that.
this decision make us make some steps, make us to make a journey, and the
Hmm.
end probably in the future. Be careful with the future. Future in the few time will be present. We need to wait a little bit. So in that moment we can take decision. If that decision, what we did before, it was right or not right,
Yeah.
where we are now. So where we are now, look, that future now is present, but in the same moment now is past. So we need to do next step to next. So and this is the life. Sometimes the people say la vida es así. Yes, there is a life. So,
Hmm.
but it's the other thing is this is a life. No es
Yeah.
así. Esta es la vida.
Exacto. Exacto. So I've been thinking about this a lot because my great grandparents, Drenonos, bisabuelas, are
This I would.
from Italy. So they
Oh,
came over 1907. I've been doing like a lot of research on this. And I just think about, and I think this is kind of similar to maybe like what your parents were thinking and feeling. Maybe, I don't know. Like they just had to make it happen. They got on a boat
yeah,
in Napoli and they sailed across the Mediterranean over to the Atlantic and they just had to make it work. And 5 generations later, you know, my family's very young. I had
yeah,
my great grandmother until I was like 24. They've made it work. And I think sometimes when we're talking about immigration, and if we just want to like shine a light on the US at the moment, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about sometimes people like immigration happens usually for one of 2 reasons. You are desperate to get out and there is no other way, or you have the
yeah,
luxury to leave. There's usually not a lot of gray in there. So I think what you're
yeah,
pointing out is really impactful and it still resonates today. Like there was no other way. You just had to make it happen.
yeah.
So when you got here, Go ahead.
step by step, and you go. This is
So
the way. This is my way. This was my way, my family, and yeah.
exactly. I love that. So when you arrived here, did you enter the Spanish school system or did you just get right to work with tennis?
No, I finished my school with 16 years old. So when I
Okay.
came here, I did we focus on tennis. We practice with tennis federation in Andalusia, in Sevilla.
Okay.
Yeah, we play tournament,
Ooh.
and now I always sometimes when my online project, when you create some content about tennis, some guys they asking for you a little bit obviously, who are you? You are not Rafael Nadal, Carlos Alcaraz, yes. And before I say, okay, yes, this is my tournament that I won. I show you some. Look, I have some of my. Okay, that's it. But can you see the trophies? Can you
Oh,
see
look at
the
you.
It's but it's probably like only I don't know 5% of the head, only like the biggest one. But I won more than probably 50 or more than the 100
What?
tournament. Wait, not
Just
amateur
100
tournament.
tournaments?
Oh, of course, not ATP tournaments. It's
Yeah.
not. I played national tournaments with prize money, so it was very in Spain, good level. So I was pro tennis player, yeah. And
That's awesome.
but in the end, I try to answer like this way. Look, I'm 50 years old now, and I play tennis like more than 40 years,
Wow.
probably every day. So this is permit me to tell you something about tennis. So only this. Forget about tournaments. Forget about everything. Forget I was on all Grand Slam. I was in US because I go to US Open. So not for touristic trip to visit New York.
You
No,
were
I
in
was
the US Open?
yes, like a coach. Yes, I show you
What?
something.
What?
I
How do
have
I
yeah.
how do I just now what? You've been holding out on me, Sergio. What the heck?
I have it.
UTF, mate.
Yes, I show you something where I have.
When were you there?
I was in the 2007. I was there.
I was there too. I was in university.
You're there, yeah. I show you. Look, I show you. I prepared.
Oh my gosh, that is so freaking cool. Who were you coaching?
Yes, look, French Open, Wimbledon,
Okay, you
and
don't need
where
to
is the
brag.
Australian Open? Okay, Australian Open. Yes, it's here. Yeah. So
Who were you coaching?
yes, I I coached one girl, Yaroslava Shvedova.
Okay.
She is Russian, but now she's Kazakhstan. With me, she arrived with 70 of the world WTA. And after two
What?
years, working together, we separate. And after she was number 4, I think, on doubles WTA,
Wow.
and 20 something, 27, and in singles. But I worked 2 years with Yaroslava, and we worked together. Yes,
So
also
let's
traveling.
talk about how tennis, which was obviously your a really good in for you to transition to Spain. How was that transition from how did tennis make that transition easier for you coming to Spain from the USSR?
When we came here, really, I didn't have like very clear. Uh, we have clear objective to be
Hmm.
a professional tennis player. All my life, I enjoy pro tennis player. I practice very seriously,
Hmm.
5 hours per day, tournaments, fitness, food, mentality, and everything like this. This is me. So I'm tennis player. When I walk in on the street, when I go to cinema, I'm tennis player. When I go to a restaurant with my family, I'm tennis player and everything. Yeah, I a little bit crazy. It's normal. It's normal. Don't worry. Yes, yeah,
Such a part of your
yeah.
identity. Yeah, I get
And
it.
but you never know where you have opportunity. Really, you don't need to find any opportunity because you live in- inside that opportunity. I know a lot of people. I tennis. I travel around. I don't know all the world. Tell me any country. I tell you. Yes, I was there. I was in. Okay, doesn't matter. 100 countries. I was there with tournament with my players
Hmm.
and a lot of cities there. What it means? It means you not only visit that club. Of course, you visit that city. Of course, you visit that country.
Yeah,
Of course, you visit that culture. One time I was in Egypt. Do you know Egypt? It's very poor
I've heard
country,
of it.
poor people there. Yeah, yes, yeah. And I was there with some young players. 15, 16 years old. And we was on tournament and we want to practice serve. And I go to referee's office and I ask a few balls for practice. We can balls from other matches, 10, 15 like box of the balls. And the referee said, look, I don't have many balls, but if you pay some money for that guy, other guy, like 14 years old, he can pick up you balls and you can practice with that 4 or 5 balls, and that guy can pick up and he helps you. And okay, how much money I need to pay him? Okay, €1 is enough. €1. And they say, okay, no problem. Let's go. If it's comfortable for you, let's go there. Here, of course, in Europe, even in US, it's not possible. Yes, if you ask to some guy to pick up my balls and I to practice. So, and we go there with my student, with my player. He was the same age, I tell you, 15, 16 years old. And my player will walk in serve with only 4 or 5 balls. And that guy, crazy, he was running around all the court to pick up balls and wear to the place where we serve. And my player pay him €1, same age. And after that guy, my player, he said, Sergio, it's incredible what's happened here. That guy, he's from very extremely rich family from Russia. His father sell petrol or something like this. The guy
Nice.
has own driver, the school, and he said, now I understood how the life works. I have very lucky because I'm from that family and I value that. And Brianna, tell me please, how much money you can pay for your son understand that lesson? You understand? €1?
Yes. I think
So
about that
we
often, actually.
we are parents. We have our kids, and we explain every day with every breakfast. You need to do this, that. You need to value your lifestyle. But how they understand that without that
Yeah.
experience, without that a lesson?
That's such a good point to make too, because I think my son is pretty emotionally aware of things. Everything is a teaching opportunity, but it doesn't mean they get it, like,
Oh yeah,
so there's definitely times where I'm like, oh, Declan, like, I mean, he's only 8, will
yeah,
be 8, but you just like, it's so tricky because you want to give them the best. You want to give them everything that
yeah,
you didn't have, everything they need, but also without struggle or without the juxtaposition, witnessing someone else struggle. Like they need that dichotomy. They need that. They don't learn how life works, and they don't learn how lucky they are. I liken it to like playgrounds. I was never the parent who hovered
wow,
over her child. I was like, that kid
yeah,
needs to fall down. That's life. Like you need to let your kids fail and fall, or watch someone else fall so they know
yeah,
what not to do. And I think
yeah.
that what your
But I
client,
tell you, I tell you
that's
solution.
crazy.
I tell you solution. Now in our society, I think we have only one way is like a competition sport. Any sport, not only tennis. Of course, call me to my tennis academy. This is the part of business promotion. Of course, because if you say to your son, you arrive 5 minutes late to the dinner, make 10 push-ups. No, tomorrow you have police at your home. So yeah, tomorrow you have like some
That's true.
assistant, like. But if the guy came we are on tournament and we have only half an hour court for practice, and he came 5 minutes less, I say, hey, you come on, 10 push-ups because you late. No problem. He's a good coach. So in this case, we don't talk about, we talk about like tools what we have on competition, not only tennis lesson, like, okay, hit the ball and you are happy and enjoy. Wait, we don't come here to hit the ball and enjoy. We come here to
Yeah.
win. That's why we need to die on the practice. After, we need to die in fitness, and after we die on afternoon practice, and after probably survive, you come tomorrow. So, and that is normal.
Do it all again.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And the people, we came from Portugal, from the tournament. The last match was around, they finished around 7 or 8 p.m. They lost. It was semifinal. The guy lost, and we came from other 5 guys to Valencia, traveling around 11 hours. We came here, I don't know at what time, but it was very late. All of them, they was on practice next day. They didn't sleep. They go, oh, we are in practice here. Me, I
Yeah.
go, yeah, because I'm coach. I need to arrive here. Okay, they didn't sleep all the time of driving, but they came there. Nobody asked them. I say, okay, you can take a day off. What? This is the lesson. This is the education. This is the approach. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, kids, of course, they're growing up, and after they will be the partners of some business. They work in office, and if they have any problem in office, they lost very big client or some crisis. They don't cry. They say, what? No problem. Let's go. Come on. This is
Yeah.
this is this
Tenacity.
yes, this is the kind of not education, probably this the to understanding how
Mm-hmm.
how life is working. It's not the book. Of course, everything is wrote in book, and everything probably we can read. Okay, if you have problem, don't cry. Try to resolve it in the book. It's easy, but how you can do it?
You just got to
This is
show
this
up
is
for
my way.
life.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
show up for life.
and
There's this
yeah,
book that I'm reading that's really popular called Atomic Habits.
yeah,
And at the end I think it's James Clear is the author. He talks about how, what sets like a professional athlete apart from,
yeah,
an amateur like me.
yeah,
Uh Part of it is what you're talking about. It's like mentality. It's like you show up and you do the work, no matter how boring, no matter how mundane,
yeah,
no matter how repetitive. And that's what sets elite athletes apart from the average everyday person. Is like you have to show up and do the work. There's no other
yeah,
way around it. Like the victories happen behind the scenes. Like we get to watch the Olympics
yeah,
and see all these medals,
yeah,
but those athletes won before they got there because they had to put in the work. Otherwise, they wouldn't be
yeah,
there. And so
yeah,
it's easy to admire. And you can say that with any specialty, whether it's the arts, dancing, singing,
exactly, exactly.
but it's like when you're showing up for life, like life will show up for you. And
Yeah.
that's anyway. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Sergio. So the tennis got you here. You started an amazing career as a player. How have you been able to leverage that tennis career to build your own business? How did that?
It's
How did that?
natural way. Oh, yeah, it was natural way. Many of my so in tennis, when you probably in any other sports too, the same situation. We're talking about tennis. When you want to be number one of the world, when you want to be all these tournaments, but not like a coach, like a player. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
it was my dream. That's the energy you, you
Yes.
you have. And after you are not, the very natural way is start to make tennis lessons
Mm-hmm.
for other young people, amateur. I hate amateur players because, yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. If
Yeah,
I had to coach me, whew.
yeah, yeah. No, no. Wait, you will understand me. I love the competition level.
Mhm.
I love tactics approach. I love fitness and everything. So everything what I do in on court is for win. I love tennis, and I love this approach to win. Not only learn. I mean, please go to other coach with other coach, learn how to move your racket, and after come here and I teach you how to win. So this is the my approach. Yeah, of course, I work with amateur players, but for me, is boring. Probably I can
Mm,
I can make the best practice of the this person because I
mhm.
give some knowledge. We talk about biomechanics and something like this, but I don't want to do it every day because let let.
Yeah.
Let's compete. Let's go to tournament. Let's go to US Open again. Yes, or you understand, yeah. So
Yeah.
and I start to work like a coach. I was working with amateur because this is the first step. I stopped play with when I was 25 years old.
Okay.
Why? Because to win money on tennis court on matches, you need to run a lot. When you win the same money on court without effort, it was more easy. And this way, step by step, like I adapt that date paper. After I have opportunity to move here in Valencia, I remember I was in Sevilla in Andalusia to work with academy. The Marat Safin, he practiced here in Valencia. I knew the coaches of his team, and I started working with them. And after
Mhm.
I create my own tennis academy. Valencia Tennis Academy is my company with coaches but now I don't participate in Valencia Tennis Academy. Like the other coaches working there. I have my partner. He's very
Mhm.
serious guy about client management, promotion, everything like this. And now I have time to make something with creativity, with virtual tennis program, the program online, like consulting online. So you can, if you're not here in Valencia, if you stay in anywhere, you can send me a video. I make a video analysis based on biomechanics. I send you this argumentation, and you can practice at home. So this is my main topic when I focus on tennis. So I told you in 1 minute, like long trip from the competition. The guy who want to come to US Open one time, I understand it's not possible because I need to practice more. I don't have a proper team. I don't have enough money to travel to this tournament, and I start to use my knowledge from competition court to practice court. So this is my journey.
So like a nice evolution from like player to coach to like
I know many.
existential guru.
Yeah, I know many my like probably same age guys who change absolutely his way to now they are business, they have a job anywhere. Some of them they stay on court and they make like lessons. Why not? I think this is my way. I try to do something more, and I say if I will tennis coach, I can work, I don't know, 5, 8 hours per day, but I'm limited.
Mm-hmm.
But now in my case, I can arrive to 100,000 person with online consulting. Why not? So this is my crazy idea.
I don't think it's crazy. I think that you have to
Yeah.
leverage the assets that you have and the technologies that are available. Like we were saying, 30 some years ago, coming from the USSR, like this technology didn't exist.
No, of
This
course. Yeah.
technology didn't exist.
Yeah.
These platforms. So it's just seeing like the opportunities and everything and fusing what you know with what you want. What did they say?
Yeah.
Where the needs of the world and your talents intersect, like that's like your purpose. Like that's where, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go,
Yeah.
Sergio.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I go this way, and you go like in the forest. What is behind the tree? I don't know. Let's see. And I go there, and after let's see.
Let me
Probably you
ask you
can.
this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you ever wonder what your life would be like if you didn't have tennis?
I don't know because I never made this question. Look, really, all what I have in my life is around tennis.
Mm-hmm.
My job, my house, my wife, my friends. Also, I have a pilot lesson, so I go with my airplane. It's tennis. I have captain lesson. I go with the boat with my friends, and everything is around tennis. I think we understand that now. Why? Because we looking back, but you never know what's happening in the future. That's why I think
Mm,
this is the real concept. You need to stay here and now. Here and
mm,
now, it's very boring. If so here now, you're stupid. Here now, where is my problem? This is in the future. So the situation is you never know what's happened in the future. But
mm.
of course, you know what's
It's true.
happening now, and you need to do some action. But you don't know this action where arrives you, and that's why you need to have a
Mm,
curiosity to see if I do this, what's happened tomorrow? What is what? Oh, and after I tell you that because tomorrow is tomorrow today, but tomorrow will be today. That's why today we're on today, and that's why let's do something. For example, our interview. What's happened with our interview? Do you know what's happened tomorrow with this interview, with this action, with this our meeting? You don't know, and me too.
no.
That doesn't matter. No importa.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
Una
yeah.
sorpresa.
Yes, and because tomorrow, when it will be today, tomorrow we'll do some other action, and that's why we build
Yeah, that's
our
a good point.
So that's why your
Absolutely.
question is without tennis, I don't
Yeah,
understand
well,
how to answer
so
you.
because you think if you take a step back and you zoom out, like from an outside perspective, like tennis helped you get into Spain. Tennis
Yeah,
like gave you a career foundation, like a loophole to exit the USSR, a way in. Then when you were here, you did well, right? You won tournaments, and it's easy to be like, oh yeah, that's just what you did because it was your passion and you loved it.
yeah,
But like in an existential, like crazy view in an alternate reality, without tennis, would your family have made it in Spain? Like, would you have gotten through those borders? Would you have, I just think it's like have you ever heard in English, it's called the butterfly effect. It's like how
Yeah.
one ripple, impacts everything. And it's like, and I've been thinking about this for myself a lot personally. It's like, if I did one thing different in my life, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
here today. I wouldn't be in this consciousness. I wouldn't be the human that I am. And I just think that's such an amazing and wonderful thing to embrace about life, is that even with all of our flaws, now look at me, I'm getting like, this is not where I wanted this podcast to go, but since we're here, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
No matter what happens in life, like if anything was different, we wouldn't be the same person. So you almost have to embrace all of that history because in the present, because damn, it's like, that's badass. Like your parents figured out a way to get from what is now Uzbekistan into Sevilla.
Yeah.
You found a way to take a passion that you have, a talent, and capitalize that. And here you are 40 years later, still using that insight to your advantage. Like, fuck yeah, that's amazing. Like, that needs to be celebrated. And I think what you're saying is, like, my mantra literally every day is, I am here, I am now, I am present here and now. Like, to remind myself, like, this is all you got. Like, nothing is, that all happened, that's not happened.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta, so as you're saying these things, that a lot of it is like resonating for me about where I am just as a human being. And I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, we fret so much about that and we worry so much about that, we forget like all you can do is this now.
Yeah, that's why I told you the concept here and now and here is very boring, but I try to do it very fun because this approach, this is lifestyle, make you to make some action, and this action is nice. So because if I stay here and now, it's boring. I stay here. No, I'm not stay. I'm doing something here and now. And I do something with energy, with love, with creativity to, yes. And in this case, for me, this is my approach.
I think it's a
And
good approach.
after you don't know what's happening, I tell you other story. I was when I came from Egypt. Let's come back to Egypt. I understood I need to learn Arabic language because I tell you two stories. I tell you two stories now. When I was there, it was in summer. It was very very hot. August, probably, I don't know, 45 degrees, and I told to my team, I said, okay, let's practice in the afternoon because a little bit less temperature. And we entered to the club, the tournament club as well. Like, I don't know, 36 tennis courts, and the team from Finland. It was the entrance drinking Coca-Cola because no available courts. All of course was members. And I immediately understand that I go to hotel, I find my Arabic language teacher. I made some lesson, and I ask him how to ask in Arabic language if it's possible to practice now. I don't remember now because I forget many things, but during the way I remember that sentence, and I came here and I find the big boss. You know who is the big boss. Immediately, this guy is the big boss. And I arrive him and say, Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
And I ask him in Arabic language if it's possible to practice now. Of course, the team from Finland, they was drinking Coca-Cola, no course for them, but for my team was tennis court. Of course, yes, because he speak English, of course, yes. But I ask him in Arabic language,
A little bit of
And,
respect goes a long
yeah,
way.
because of course they ask that question in English, and he said, "No, I'm sorry, we are busy." So when I came, this is the first story. The second story, when I came here, I say, okay, I find the one guy. He's from Morocco to keep learning Arabic language. Really, very nice language. I enjoy that. They write. I like it. I know it's from other planet. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. And my friends, he invited me to the boat to make some pictures, to make promotion of the boat, big catamaran. And I say to my teacher, he said, okay, come with me. He's like absolutely nice person, very educated person from Morocco, no money, zero money, like very poor guy. Come with me with the boat to make some picture, help me, for you will be experience. And he came with us, and we was doing some picture here. And I know my friend, some of my friends, I see he's speaking with my Arabic language a teacher about something project in Morocco with government. My other guy, he's Russian. He's like billionaire. It's incredible. He has like different business and bank in US and the construction company in Russia. Extremely rich guy. He's like old, around 72 years old, something like this, and he's speaking my Arabic language. Moroccan guy, very poor. And I have moment I say, look, I hear you spoke about business with the guy. No, he's very poor, no money. And he said me, Sergio, look, only twice in my life I was in the right place speaking with right person. Can you give me a guarantee today is not third time?
You just
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
So it no guarantee. I said no guarantee. You never know. You never know. This what what we're talking about. You don't know it's what's happened with our interview tomorrow. You know.
Right. Well, I think the theme of this podcast, if I had to boil it down to something, is just like taking the steps, like taking the chance. Like your family took a chance, like
Yeah.
you took a chance, and you're still here. Like you never know what's going to happen in life. That's the only guarantee. Well, there's three
Yeah.
things. You don't really know what's going to happen. You're going to have to pay taxes, and eventually you're going to die. That's what my dad says. Death and taxes.
Exactly.
Those are guaranteed in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't know what the is going to happen most days.
Yeah.
At least I don't.
If 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 we don't get any goal, don't worry. We made nice time. We was fun.
Let me ask you this about just to like one more thing just about family. Now you've set up a great life for yourself in Valencia. What do you hope your girls, your daughters learn about life in
Okay.
general? Like having the lifestyle that they have. What do you
Yeah.
hope they like get from it?
I'm ready for this to answer you because I have very clear the two things. Two things. First is the way. Try to do in the way. You need to learn that because it's not easy. Because it's not. You need to learn to make step by step. Because if you see everything, if you see internet, Instagram, it shows you are now, but you are absolutely happy. But you are now not happy. You are step by step. So this is the concept. And the second concept, probably this one is easy, yes, but second one is not easy. Prepare, be ready to hear
I'm ready.
yeah. The second concept is to learn how to make the people around you to you going forward. I don't know if I explained it in English. I'm sorry. So my question is, I say the question is to my players, to my tennis players. My tennis players, they come to my court and they want to practice. They a lot of energy. Before, when I was young, a coach, I asked, "Why you come here?" And they answer, "To improve, to I don't know, yeah." And well, stupid things. And I was tired to make these questions. And now I ask next question: Why do you think me? I want you be better. It's difficult question. It's difficult question. So ask you have a son, 8 years old, is very, very, very soon to make him understand this concept. But your mother, why the teachers of your son, they want your son will be better? Because you pay money? Because you're nice? Because you're what?
That's a really good question. Why do they want him?
Wow,
They want to see him succeed or persevere or
yeah. So
overcome a challenge.
I think okay. I don't know. I don't understand about kids. 8 years old. I think it's very soon. But if you understand this approach, so that's why I ask my daughter. My daughter, she's the older, 18 years old, other 16 years old, and of course they have teachers. Don't play tennis. They play tennis a little bit, but I ask why your teacher, or why do you think your teachers they want you improve, because of course the teacher, not only teachers, the main teachers what we have, they are not on school, they are around you, they are probably your friends, probably so. And if
So true.
when you when you arrive to any place, if the people around want you be better, is this is your this is my goal. When I arrive to any place with this approach, I say, okay, the answer is it's much more difficult than I can tell. Well, okay, let's do. I will tell you the answer when we meet on court. I don't know, tomorrow. I don't tell you now. Yeah.
Well, that's a cliffhanger.
Until that time, try to think, and our audience think on that.
Let's leave it up. Let's leave it up to them. Well, we'll come back at a later date and time. You can give the answer.
Yeah.
Sergio, is there anything else you would like to share or something you want to touch on? Are you?
I want to share the energy, so because we're talking about tennis, about history, about politics, about everything. I want to share with you, with all of our spectators, yes, if you're watching us, to give the energy and the power, and enjoy step by step. It's very exciting. Try to think what's happened behind that tree, behind that river, behind that. So discover that, because the life is not like that. This is the life.
Amen. Exactamente. I think that's so perfect. Like paso a paso. And I will say,
Yes.
like, caveat, that's one thing I think I'm grateful for, specifically in Spain, is that you kind of have to slow down, especially from my very Western United States upbringing. You kind of have to stop and just take step by step a lot of the time. And I think that has really allowed me to breathe and to see certain things that I couldn't see in, my past life or my younger version of myself. So I think that's pretty epic, Sergio. Paso a paso.
Paso a paso.
All right, Sergio, thank you so much for your time. I'm the mom who knows nada. My name is Brianna, and I hope that you learned something today that you didn't know you needed to know.